Hello there, this is John Harder, aka Wealth Wiz. You know, we are living in a fast-paced world. And for the past 100 or so years now, the current monetary system, it was originally set up for exactly the purpose that it has pretty much accomplished. And that is to enslave the human race. But a number of years ago now, or a few years ago at least, in 2009 to be exact, actually in 2008, I believe, is when the code was written. You know, what we call Bitcoin. And that has resulted in very many different cryptocurrencies, which has derailed the system by by a pretty big amount, but they ain't giving up yet, because now they are manipulating the crypto markets too. And of course, they don't have nearly the manipulation power that they did in the banking system. But between that and using the news media, they still have, yeah, I'd say they still have way too damn much power. So the thing is that we need more people to catch on to the fact that cryptocurrency we are right at the threshold of a phenomenon or the phenomenon of cryptocurrency becoming the mainstream system for paying for goods and services in the marketplace. And this is huge. This is the single biggest phenomenon this world has ever seen. And I know that many people right now, because they're watching the news and they've bought Bitcoin, they've bought cryptocurrencies, and they're sitting in front of the television watching the news, and it's telling them, oh, we think that it may go to zero. And so they sell and get rid of what if they allow themselves to be scared. And then these thieves come in and buy up the cryptocurrencies with pennies on the dollar. Guys, this is how humanity has been played for many years. And my question is, at what point are we as humans going to finally wake up and be smart enough and to know that the media that's bullshit, that's all crap? Why don't we wake up and start making something of life, making something of ourselves and of life, the abundance that's available to all of us? Not the shit that we're being fed by the media, the news media. It's called programming for a reason. It's not without reason that they call it TV programming. It's programming, all right. Now, all right, I needed to get that off my chest. It was kind of sitting there. But listen, on a much more friendly and much more positive note, we have there is something available. There is a, you know, how should we say it? A home-based business available. This is one that's bar none bigger and better than anything the internet has ever seen. Okay, for a home-based business, for cashing in big. Okay, so before I before I before I talk too much about how big it is and end up scaring you away because you don't want to get run over by it, let me say this. It's a home-based business with two income opportunities in it. And this is the trading in the cryptocurrency market, which is right now the most lucrative way of making money. There isn't anything that's as lucrative as cryptocurrency. And if you've been watching TV and you've been led to believe that Bitcoin is dead, oh, that is such lies. That is so not true. Okay. Now, of course, if you're scared and confused, then sit by the sidelines and watch others rake in millions while you can't make up your mind. Okay, but if you realize that you've been lied to by the news media and you say, hey, you know what? I believe it. I believe that Bitcoin is the biggest thing, and I've got to get some, and I'm gonna get some right now. You just might be onto something. You might just might be on to the best thing you've ever done. Okay. Now, don't take this video as financial advice. Of course not. Of course not. I wouldn't tell you that you can make a hell of a lot of money with cryptocurrencies. You didn't hear that from me. Of course not. Now, let me go through a slideshow presentation, and let me show you something. Okay. So here goes. I think so, anyways. It's going to load. I believe it. I believe it. Or I think we're just about there. There it comes. Okay, do you want profit? Very basic question. Do you want profit? Well, if you listen to this video up to this point, then I am quite sure you anticipate a presentation that shows you profits. Okay, so Python signals. One business, two opportunities, as I had already mentioned. And opportunity number one, right here we are, crypto, cycles, and trends trading. Cycles and trends. Maybe you don't really know why it's called cycles and trends, but let's see if we can clarify that a little bit. Why crypto, cycles, and trends trading? Well, look at what it says here at the opposite corner. No more guesswork. No more guesswork. But that's not really the trends. Now the cycles and trends just simply means buying low and selling high, which is one of the slides very quickly here. Okay, no more guesswork. Oldest and most reliable way to make money from crypto market. This is why cycles and trends trading can be done by anyone at any time, starting with any amount of money. You can't start with zero, or can you? Okay, that would depends on whether you can actually start with zero. That might kind of depend on whether you are signed up to the newsletter of coinseagle.biz. If you're not, I don't know that. But if you are, chances are you could start with zero, depending on how you do it. All right, so here we are, how it works. Buy low, sell high. That is your cycles and trends, okay? The crypto market's trend always goes either up, an upward trend, or you have a downward trend. Or maybe we go left to right. You got a upward trend, or you have a downward trend. On the downward trend, you don't want to be in the market. You're not making money if you're in the markets. You're losing money. So you want to wait till the downward trend is done. Then you buy, and then you ride the trend up. Before the trend turns down, you want to pull out your profit. And then you're out of the markets. You've done your cycle. You rid up the trend. And now you're out of the markets and let the trend do its thing going down. You get back in and ride the trend up again. That's the profits. That's how you profit in the cryptocurrency market, or in any market for that matter. Now, here we have a chart what that looks like. The power of cycles and trends trading. Bitcoin, this is giving us of the investment in 2017, a $500 investment. And so in January, buying $100 in January and what it would sell at in December. Simple enough, isn't it? Buying January $100 worth, selling in December at $1,400, not bad. Ethereum buy 100 in January, sell in December at 8,750. I would say quite impressive. Litecoin, buying 100 in January, selling at 5,000 in December, still quite impressive. Monero, buying 100 in January, selling for 2,400 in December, still pretty good. Dash, buying $100 worth in January and selling in December at 8,890, pretty darn impressive. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of crypto cycles and trends trading. So the $1 million question is when to buy and when to sell. When should you buy? When should you sell? You see, in January of 2017, I bought around $500 worth of Dash, actually, and made fantastic money for the first 3 months. Then Dash went back down and sat there and sat there and sat there. And finally, I got tired of it and and sold. After I sold, it hiked right back up and way up higher than it had been before. Duh. When do you buy? When do you sell? I didn't have data. I didn't have anything to go by. Well, that's about to change right now. See, I now have this access, but now I'm trying to show you how powerful this access is to this kind of data. Now, Marius Landman, he's our chief data analyst. He's been for the past more than 30 years, has worked for major corporations in the world. Some of them are like Shell, GE, among quite a number of others, with an algorithm that he has developed and has been able for these companies to produce phenomenal accuracy of projecting future events and stuff like that by using data from the past. Well, he has 3 years ago, he plugged that same algorithm program into the crypto markets, and it has yielded phenomenal results. Even in the first part of 2018, when the markets were actually not that good, he still gained 518% profits. How's that for buying low and selling high? So here we have Wall Street saying buy, 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 buy. Remember last year when in 2017 when Bitcoin went up and up and up and up and up and up, and it ended up going up to like $20,000 per coin? Wall Street kept on saying buy, but somebody had a different idea because his algorithm was telling him something different. Marius was telling his list, the group people on his list, he was telling them, pull out at 19.5, preserve your profits. Guess what? They preserved their profits and made phenomenal money, where the rest of us, we dove right down with the price. And this is how the markets are being played. They're being played on the ignorance of humanity. Those who don't have the data, those who don't have access to this data, they are only guessing. And the only option you have is to cross your fingers and hope for the best when you don't know when to buy and when to sell. When to buy and when to sell is the objective of how you're going to make money in the cryptocurrency market. It's not to say that you can't make any, but that's not where the real dough is by just guessing. As I just mentioned, as I just told you about my experience. You see, when you have that guidance with such amazing accuracy, then you can really, really profit in the crypto. And listen, these crypto coins, they fluctuate as they can go like skyrocket, like up to like 10,000%. Okay, so when to buy and when to sell, yeah, makes a very big difference. All right, so how do you get your hands on this? Okay, so you have to be a subscriber. Huh, you thought you had to be smart. You thought you had to be a professional or something, right? Well, you don't. You don't have to be a specialist. You don't have to be a professional. All you have to do is plug in. That's it. All right, so what packages do we have available? How can you plug in? What does it take? Well, you can get plugged in for as little as 50 bucks. $50 gives you 30 days access. And it pays 6 levels, 24%. And by the way, these here 4 packages all have a 10% direct referral bonus, plus the matrix payout. Yes, the access is that cheap, and then there's a pile of money to be made on that yet, too. Guys, Marius Landman, along with the other people behind the scenes in the program, these guys have a passion for helping humanity. These guys have a passion for helping the average person like you and me. Let's give them a chance to make us millionaires. Why not? Why not, right? So the gold package here is covers 90 days access. It's $150, pays 9 levels and 36%. And we'll take a closer look at what that looks like in the matrix in just a bit. The platinum, as you can see, if you do the math, you're saving $50 here, is 180, covers 180 days, $250. So it covers 180 days, which would be bi-yearly, and it pays 12 levels at 48%. The Galaxy 500 pays 18 levels at 65.5%. And right now is on sale, covering 18 months access or 15 months access, as opposed to just yearly, which is actually the price of it is yearly. Okay, $500 a year. For a very limited time, there is a special package available for $1,000, which is the one I just had to have. And it also pays 65.5%, and comes with the 15% direct referral bonus. Only 1,000 will be sold, so they're still available for now. I don't know how long, but as far as I know, they're still available as of yet. All right, so that's what's available for the packages. Now, when you buy a package, it does 2 things, okay? It does 2 things. It gives you a spot in the matrix so you can get paid in the pay plan, and it gets you access to the trading data so that you can make intelligent decisions for trading. What it does not do is doesn't do any trading for you, okay? It doesn't do any percentage of trading, nothing like that. You get access to the trading data so that you can use of your own money at your own discretion anytime you want. But it gives you access to the data so that you can trade with confidence and with intelligence. And so you're not just guessing. And it gives you a spot in the matrix so you can get paid. So let's take a closer look at that. But first, why don't we actually lay it out and see what you get in those packages, okay? So here's what you get. Marius's timely trading report for the top 40 cryptos, private Zoom meetings with Marius and team, email notifications and private Telegram group, and a 5.1 million annual income roadmap. Let's take a closer look at that. Opportunity number 2, the revenue share plan, RSP, 5.1 million annual income roadmap. Now, for many of you, when you see this, you probably just say, forget about the trading. I just want this 5.1 million. Well, compared to the money that you can make in trading, this is really only icing on the cake. Okay, so but it is a pretty thick layer of icing, I would say that. Okay, so here is the these are the guidelines for our matrix payout plan. Notice that it's not a 5-page fine print layout guidelines telling you that you have to have this much volume on the left leg, and you have to have that much volume on the right leg, and you have to have that many subscribers on the left leg, and this money on the right leg, and by the time you have a couple of hundred people, most of them have canceled. Guys, this ain't like that. This ain't like that. We don't have anything except there's one thing. There's one guideline. You have to be a subscriber. You have to be a subscriber to be in the matrix. That's it. That's it. Hey, it's a 2x18 forced matrix. We have people right now that earn Bitcoin daily that never referred anybody. I'm not suggesting that's what you do. That's definitely not what I do. But I mean, nonetheless, we do have them already, and so that's proof right there that you can make money with this system even without referring people. You get everything paid in Bitcoin. You have to get in with Bitcoin, and you get paid in Bitcoin as well. Okay, so that's how this system works. Now, let us take a closer look at the matrix system itself. Okay, so this matrix here is the full, complete matrix of 18 levels. However, we'll take a look at each of the levels, at each of the different packages that I showed you. Okay, and so here we'll have a look at what that looks like, which, depending on which package you have, as to where you would fall in this matrix and what your total payout would be. Okay, so here we are. If you, well, let's first lay out a little bit, get an understanding of the matrix itself. So the column on the left are the levels. The second column in are the percentages per level. The third are the how many people in the matrix. Notice we said it was a forced matrix, which means you don't get to choose who you're going to put where or nothing like that. It's first come, first serve. Everybody falls into the matrix somewhere in somebody's matrix. And of course, you fall into the person that referred you. That's whose matrix you fall into, okay? Somewhere in that matrix. And what happens is, the matrix always doubles. Whether you do it, whether somebody else puts them in your matrix, doesn't matter. It always, every level doubles. It's a binary matrix. It's a 2. It's a 2 by 18. So we have 2, and then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32. Notice how the number doubles every time. Well, it doubles all the way to 18 levels here. So the fourth column is how much payout on each level, and the fifth one is the total payout, matrix payout. So if you were a silver member, that $50 pack that I showed you, you would be getting paid to the 6th level here. You'd be getting $64 on this level, and a total payout on this level of $960 and a total matrix payout of $2,250. If you were a gold member, you would be getting paid on 9 levels, which is 512 people at $7,680. a total of matrix payout of 18,250. That was already more than many people live off of. Then we have the platinum that I showed you, which was $250. Now on that one you get paid 12 levels, which is 4,096 people. At $61,440 on this level, a total matrix payout of $146,250. That is more than the average person makes with their job or even 2 jobs. Then we finally have the total matrix payout, the full 18 levels, which is the Galaxy pack, pays on 18 levels, and 262,144 people, $1,966,080 on this level, and a total matrix payout of $5,102,410 per year residual income. All right, so let me break it down a wee bit more here for you in case you have some discrepancy, that what if some of the members are silver members? Okay. See, guys, here's the thing. A silver member only gets paid to the 6th level. This here matrix is built, it's got the numbers with the idea that every person has chosen the 500 Galaxy pack, which is the cheapest, but pays the most. Now, what happens if you're a silver member? Well, if you're a silver member, you're paying a lot more for the product, and you get paid a lot less. But the Galaxy still get paid. The Galaxy member still gets paid. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense in this matrix to not have the Galaxy 500 pack. Even if you did have to come in lower at first, but get the 500 as soon as possible, because it is a huge savings, or quite a savings at least, and pays on all of these levels, which you don't get paid on in any of the other packages, okay? So the other packages are more expensive, but they still pay 18 levels, but only to the people that have the package for the 18 levels. You get paid only to the 6th if you have the silver. You only get paid to the 9th if you have the gold. You only get paid to the 12th if you have the platinum. But if you have the Galaxy, you get the full matrix. Okay? All right, so I hope that makes sense for you. Now, you have a chance still, as I already mentioned, to still get the Galaxy 1000. As far as I know, they are still available. I haven't been notified that they were sold out, and I don't believe they are. I think there are still some left. if you're watching this and those are still left, it would, to me, it would make the most sense to grab that pack and never pay again and start building a matrix and start making a hell of a lot of money. That's my way of thinking, okay? So if you've watched through this, listen, if this isn't for you, you decided this ain't what I want, this ain't not for me, listen, I wish you all the best in whatever it is that you're going to do. And I want to thank you for spending your time watching this video and, you know, having a look at this presentation. However, if this is for you, again, I want to thank you and I want to welcome you aboard. If you're watching this on YouTube, on my channel, just go in the description and create your free account, and let's get you started. Let's get you in the matrix. If you have any questions that you need help with anything to get your subscription to the you know, you get your Bitcoin or anything like that, give me a, you know, contact me and we'll and I'll help you, okay? All right, then let me stop the screen share here. And so I want to thank you again, and you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.